Welcome back to round 2 of an Oath of the Gatewatch draft, where we keep a pretty good-looking hand here. Now, the big question will be whether to run out Ailey or play Aeronaut first. And it's probably going to be the Aeronaut. Yeah, just because, with red over there, there's a chance that Ailey dies far earlier than we'd like it to. And there's no way we have to get it back or anything like that, so. Blue-black, yeah. Oh wow, this hand's looking good. I might just play Ailey, given what we're seeing here, because that's just twice as much damage. If there's nothing from the opponent, we get in way more damage this way. And drawing Essence Depleter means that our card quality is still so strong, even if Ailey dies to something. So this could be a sweep away or something annoying like that, but even that's not so bad. It's kind of annoying, don't get me wrong, but no, it's not, so no reason to really play around that. Malakir Familiar versus Essence Depleter. I'll get the Familiar out there. And then sacrificing a few creatures, we're almost to Ailey's ultimate ability here. Fortified Rampart puts us up to 26, and then this 29, and then just gain a life off the Depleter. Then we're all set. As it is, I guess we can do some of this action. Play Fortified Rampart, and whoops, I will tap Ailey for a white, play the Aeronaut, and just attack for 2. Alright, looking good. Warden of Geometry, sounds like a math teacher. Oh, what am I doing? Played Retreat to Emeria. Play that after the land. That's not quite good sequencing. We'll pretend we didn't see that. And we'll play Essence Depleter. And this lets us attack for 4 in the air instead of just less than 4. It might be right to hold it up, but yeah, because if we hold up the mana, we can activate Ailey, and if we don't, we just get 1 more damage in this turn. So, well, I like to live dangerously here, so let's do this. Attack for 4. For a total of 5. And it looks like our opponent's on a 2-turn clock, because an Ailey activation, in addition to an Essence Depleter thing, means this will be attacking for 4. Oh, but there's 6 mana over there. This could be some huge spell. That's pretty good, but that's not quite going to do it. It's still no good attacks. Now what? Now we can play Retreat, give all of our stuff +1/+1, or just make a thing. Yeah, this is working out just fine. Let's see, +1/+1, that means 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just put an ally into play. It's not like it's lethal this turn any way we play it, so. Just do it like this. We still have excellent blockers. The opponent has lots of cards in their hand, but they really are forced to do something this next turn, or they'll lose. Alright, so far so good. Maybe we see another color of mana. No, more blue. Alright, not so bad. I think we can take on the gravity negator. Oh, 2 flyers. That's a lot of flyers. Now, there's 5 blockers. We have 6 possible attack. Well, only 5 possible attackers. But we can start exiling things with Ailey. I guess not this turn. Well, maybe this turn. Let's see. We can exile 9 toughness and then gain a life. I think we can wait off on that. So just play out Sky Climber. And I don't want to attack with the familiar. So I'll just hold up some triggers from Essence Depleter and things like that. Opponent's kind of stabilizing. Those 2 cards were really good, it turned out. We also have this Immolating Glare we could activate somehow. Oh no, slip through space. That's kind of annoying. Because it means our Ailey activation is a little further off if we get hit for 3. Comparative analysis, can't do anything about that. I'll still probably not use Immolating Glare on it. It doesn't threaten us that much, and our opponent's at 6, so Essence Depleter activations are just a higher priority. Drawing lots of cards this turn too, so how many cards? Drawing 5 extra cards, sort of. Blinding Drone. Ooh, that's going to be annoying too. Okay. So what to do? Ah, no attack. Well, that's even better. Right, I mean, being at such low life is kind of scary, so let's draw our wastes, come on. Oh, no. But that's pretty good. That means we can attack out here with no fear, and our opponent has to make some pretty absurd blocks. Yeah, I'm not going to bother calculating it, I'm just going to go for it. I don't think, you know, unless they have negate or something, this should be pretty good. This is a reckless attack. I mean, there's 4 possible mana, or 3 possible mana up. But it's likely we just win on the spot, so. Okay, well, unfortunately it won't kill the negator. Or the mountain. Or the blinding drone. But besides that, it does pretty well. We're getting a message. Yeah, well played. They guessed our card. I have no idea what you're talking about. Shots called. And it's still going to be right to try to gain a life here, I think. Well, does that help at all? No, it doesn't help do any more damage, so... Let's just keep things how they are. Ah, that was less effective than I thought it would be. Oh no, they do have a trick. Dimensional Infiltrator. Okay, that doesn't do much except get a flyer into play. Oh, and it exiles a card from our library. Tar Snare. Oh, that would have been a good one. Okay, so this was still kind of a 2-for-1. We got rid of a flyer. They still have a flyer left over. And another one. And some more stuff. Tyrant of Valakut. Oh, great. So now, I guess Essence Depleter gets killed off here. But we can sacrifice it in response, so maybe Ailey gets killed off instead. No, so let's do a couple things here. We can activate this once. Whoops. We can activate this. And we can pay 1 and sacrifice the Essence Depleter to gain 3. Makes Malakir Familiar huge. And still no attacks, yeah, that's probably correct. Okay. So we can exile 1 thing this turn. Is that enough to win? Or should we just leave up Immolating Glare? Could exile like the dragon and attack into a bunch of blockers. There's still this tap from the Blinding Drone. Yeah, so I'll just try to win off the back of this Zulaport Chain Mage at the moment. Anything worth attacking with here? Not really, because the familiar dies to the Infiltrator. Even if we do sack something to Ailey. Okay, tapping the familiar, that's fine. Can leave up Immolating Glare here in case something like the dragon comes in. They have to win by damage eventually, because they don't have more cards in their library than us. So we would be taking 5 here. It's probably right to kill that. It's kind of our last chance to use this spell. And that's better than sacrificing something with Ailey, which is our only other option here. Alright, well, they've got to do something. What to do here? I guess I could give all my creatures +1. I didn't even think of using this. No, I'll put an ally into play. Just play for the slow game. If something weird happens, then we can use Ailey in response, but yeah, what gets tapped here? This thing gets tapped, so instead, you lose 2 life, and I'll tap my ally that I just made. Put it to work. Ooh, whoops. I didn't mean to always yield to that thing. So we get another card exiled. Can always yield to that. And that might be the concession, unless there's a way to deal with Zulaport Chain Mage or gain life. Alright, just seeing more of our deck. Swamp and Plains, well, you probably thought we had more of those anyway. And a Vampire Envoy. And Concession. Okay, so this was a good-looking deck. It's blue, red, Surge, or Storm, or some kind of thing. It's possible that Felidar Cub is good in this matchup. It's less likely that Flying Tendrils is that good. But yeah, I'll keep it how it is until we know a little more. Yeah, sometimes blue plays those keep a creature tapped enchantments, and those are annoying, especially when you're playing allies and things that like to untap. This hand's okay. It's pretty land heavy, but it has all the kinds of lands we'd want, and being land heavy is better when you have retreat, which we just drew. Blinding Drone right out of the gates. Alright, so I'll probably play the Holdout Settlement here, and then hold up Immolating Glare for whatever nonsense comes out. Ooh, Bloodbond Vampire. Well, that'll be a good one eventually. That might be our next turn play, and then the turn after, retreat into land. Keep that guy tapped, sure. I could tap it for mana in response, but not much upside there. Oh, here's something. Vestige, yep. So no tap on the Rampart this time. Ooh, that was a good draw. I wonder what to play first. I guess I'll stick to what I was going to do and play the Vampire first. It's more mana efficient. Then, in a later turn, we can play Emissary and hold up Immolating Glare. And that might be next turn. Alright, Wall's getting tapped, Vestige is coming in. Oh, no. Storm Chaser. Right, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to my plan. I'm not going to play Retreat. I'm going to play out this Drana's Emissary. And then, I guess, attack with the Bloodbond Vampire if we're allowed to. He says, well, let me guess what he's saying. He's going to say, oh, good deck. Wow, nice deck. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, somehow we got paid off for in pack 3. This looks like practically a Battle for Zendikar deck. So if Storm Chaser comes in, this looks like a bluff attack, and if it's not, then I get to kill Storm Chaser Mage. Yeah. He's like, who on earth would do that? Okay. Combo. Begin the nonsense. So, this is a tough one. There's only 3 mana available, but it is all available. I could play... Yeah, I think I'm going to play the Retreat this turn. Oh, negate? Is that happening? Oh, wow. Okay. Better than negating the Immolating Glare, I suppose. Okay. So that means we get to attack for a full 6 in the air this turn. Yeah, all of the cards we have in play except this land are from Battle for Zendikar. That's a funny way to tap, because you kind of tap for 1 less mana. If you use one of your mana sources to, I don't know, Springleaf Drum. Okay, Valakut Invoke. That's a pretty good one. It's kind of annoying if our opponent ever gets up to 8 mana. We can just shoot down our guy. Oh no, Containment Membrane. Yeah, maybe Felidar Cub does come in. Yeah, leave it back maybe to block this, although that's not going to work out as well as you'd like because we get to grow our Expedition Raptor. Ooh, that's a good one too. Too many good cards. 3, 4, can't quite do everything with Seer's Lantern on top of it this turn. Okay, so play the Nightwatch. And I'm not going to bother attacking here. So this will get flying each turn. That's kind of nice until the opponent finds a way to deal with the Emissary. Yes, okay. More good Battle for Zendikar cards. If we draw a land, we could Seer's Lantern and play Expedition Raptor. Don't anticipate needing Immolating Glare in the near future, so that's going to be the play. And we can pump up the Nightwatch and the Emissary. So Emissary gets to attack in this turn. There's probably not an instant that our opponent could play. And if there is, that'd be annoying, but you know, our Emissary would still live, hopefully. So Nightwatch gets tapped, and Emissary attacks for 3. And that one colorless instant. If the Nightwatch didn't get tapped, it'd be a really bad idea to attack with the Emissary. So this is 6 mana for the Invoker. Cultivator Drone doesn't count. And we can put an upkeep stop on to maybe scry with the Lantern. It might not be right to do that the first turn we draw. But land is a pretty bad draw here. We'll see what happens. If we absolutely need something, and that thing costs like 5 mana or less, then we don't scry. Or sorry, we do scry, if that's the case. But if the thing you need costs 6 mana, you just have to take the chance and not scry. Yeah, we have a slightly higher chance to draw non-lands or have non-lands on the top of our deck. I think we have 10 lands left in the library, 25 cards. Coastal Discovery, okay. Just F6 through this since there's no possible thing we could do. Yeah, and this Drana in play is just advantage every single turn. It looks like the Cultivator Drone can tap down one of our flyers. Probably the big one. And do I want to use Seer's Lantern? You know, I'm not going to use it. I'm gonna pretend we're holding stuff up, you know. Yeah, so I'll keep that in hand for a bit, and there's some upside to having this land in hand. If we draw that, the one vampire with landfall. So here, Nightwatch gets tapped down, we attack for 5 in the air. And again, this is a lot like game 1 where opponent starts to stabilize at a relatively low life total. Draws lots of cards. And we get to keep doing incremental damage, like we'll probably get 3 damage in this turn. In fact, it might have been wrong to attack with the Raptor, but it's also unlikely that we block with the Raptor. That's 7 mana. 3, 4, 6, 7. So need one more for the Invoker still. And if we can draw a way to deal with the Invoker, then now would be the time to do it. I saved a screenshot of the deck, so this is it. What deals with the Invoker? Well, make a stand, kind of, because in response to the the lightning bolt, we can make our thing indestructible, so it saves it for 1 turn. And besides that, it doesn't look like there's much. No, such a low chance of drawing that, but we do get this 1 scry here. Alright, and even once our opponent does stabilize, they have to claw their way back from this 23 to 4 deficit. Alright, anything coming in this turn? Nope. There probably existed an attack that turn that was safe to make, but in the end it might not be that important. Okay, yes, I do want Essence Depleter. we don't win immediately, but it's going to be pretty close. Oh, this giant Blood Bond vampire. That can't be. Opponent can't feel great about that. Us scrying a thing to the top. Now, either creature is a lethal emissary, and this thing after we activate it twice. This opponent will be at 1. So play out a land in case there's multiple mana leaks. Alright, alright. Combat? Big guy gets tapped down. And I can't attack here because, well, maybe I can. Maybe I can actually double attack, and then opponent has to lose Storm Chaser and block the Raptor with Gravity Negator. So I'm trading the Raptor for the Storm Chaser, basically. Because if they double block the Drana's Emissary to kill it, they lose that way. Yeah, it's weird, but I'll do it. Is there a way this kills me? No, I don't think so. There's only 2 mana up, or 3 possibly for a colorless spell. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. Unfortunate, yeah. Unfortunate but true, yeah. This happens. Trade one thing for another. And I don't think there's a real reason to activate Essence Depleter now. Making a bigger Blood Bond vampire doesn't do much. And yeah, if there's no land drop, land drop doesn't do it because we have 2 lethal creatures. So there has to be something pretty good here. Eldrazi Obligator. That might be pretty good. So, oh, it's going to steal Blood Bond Vampire. That can't be right, can it? I might steal Essence Depleter over that. Alright, this will be a big attack, but again, it's not lethal. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 22. No, it is lethal. Wow, can you believe that? I mean, we can block, so it's not lethal, but it's 25 damage? Tap our blocker? Sure. you know, we get 2 of these things and we get to kill an attacking creature. So yeah, good game. As long as we don't misclick through this, we win. Gives this guy flying, I would guess. Sure, so kill this thing. And that means the attack just isn't lethal. Okay. Then we can gain some life. I should have let them pay for it first. But, yeah. Well, good games. Oh, he's not being very nice, so whatever. I didn't weight it on my creature. But yeah. Good games, friend. This was a fun deck, and we made it to the finals, so... Good deal. Might as well block something with this. Take the least amount of damage. Something, salt. Alright, well, good games, and I'll see you guys in the finals.